What's up, JR Business? Welcome back to the channel.
Guys, we know it has been a while, but that is because we have been traveling from coast to coast. What have we been up to?
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago, we were in New York City. If you guys have been following along on our social media platforms, you would have known that, but we were up for the Dream Mastermind entrepreneurial event up in New York City at the Dream Hotel. Amazing penthouse overlooking Midtown Manhattan, Empire State Building. My buddy Brian Ferrari was the one who put it on, and we had some crazy influencers come, some really big entrepreneurs. Dan DeSilva was there. You guys know him from a few videos ago when we talked about drop shipping and how he's made oodles of money. We had some other big YouTubers, some influencers. Sarah Moonstruck Traveler was there, so it was super cool to get her take on social media and growing a influencer page. We had crypto people there, we had real estate people there. I mean, so many gold nuggets were dropped, and anyone who came and met me or any of us, I really appreciate you guys coming out. It was great meeting with each and every one of you.
Yes, Jeffrey got back home and he couldn't talk. He had been talking to everybody about everything. And then over to California, up and down the whole coast.
I went over to California because we kind of bought another car. So stay tuned to the JR Garage channel, our automotive channel, to find out what car we bought. It's gonna be revealed there probably next video, but I'll give you guys a little teaser. I'll give you a sound clip. Okay. So, what do you think that car was? Comment down below. Hey, if you win, or if you guess it right, I'll probably throw someone a free t-shirt or something. But we got some great videos in the works today. We got a quick little ICO video, and then tomorrow or the next day, I'm gonna be doing a video, highly requested video, talking about eBay SEO. I get the questions all the time. JR, how do you rank, top of the first page for a search that has millions of results? And that is the secret to really being successful and having cash cow listings on eBay. It's SEO ranking, and there are dozens of things we do to make sure that we are at the top of the first page.
And then also how we can get these eBay listings toward the first page of Google, if not the first link.
There are so many nuggets that I'm gonna be dropping in the next video. I was gonna post it today, but it's gonna take me so long to film and edit. Like, I'm gonna go ham on that video. So just stay tuned for that if you guys are interested in eBay, e-commerce. And then other than that, last video on the JR Garage channel, you may have seen that we were selling a few of our cars. That's why it's a few less cars here today, thinning down some of the collections so that we can move and make room for more cars like the one we just bought. Wait till you figure out what it is.
But for now, we will hop up on the front, give you a good intro on what we're talking about here, what this project is going to tackle, and I'm excited to show you with it.
Boom, boom, boom. All right, Christian, what will we be talking about today?
So normally we would break out the whiteboard at this point, run you down a couple important bullet points, but this project is pretty simple, and I love that. That is one of my favorite things. A simple project, still tackling a good problem, but a elegant, simple solution to it, and something that'll make everybody happy. So we'll talk about it. It is kind of the social media related space, but really think of it as those share buttons, those links on like a website or on a cool item. You can share it to Pinterest, share it to Facebook, that kind of thing. It's kind of that next generation share button, and on top of that, incorporates blockchain and monetization and incentivizing people to use that share button. And for those who use the share button well and drive a lot of traffic, they can be rewarded handsomely.
Sounds like a neat project. All right, well, there's a little intro into it. I hope you guys enjoyed that intro talking about where we've been and what's to come. A lot of awesome stuff coming, but let's go ahead and hop onto that computer. Boom, 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 boom.
And just like that, special access into my computer. We've got all the tabs preloaded along the top that we'll be needing. I've got key points written down that I've come up with throughout the day as I've been studying up on both the project and the industry. And then toward the end of the video, a couple or a few real good questions or ideas about the project. And I'd love to get your guys' opinion on them, your take, get a conversation started down in the comments below. So stick around till the end, and without further ado, let's get into this sponsored review. So now, if you couldn't tell by their mascot puppy of a Sharpay dog breed, the project is called Sharpay, spelled a little bit differently, but their slogan is sharing is the new mining, and so they are going for those share buttons that you see on a lot of websites nowadays, and being able to give something in return to the sharer. Right now, you're just sharing these, and you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart to help your friends find interesting things or you feel it would be something cool to post on your social media. But this lets you do all those things and more, monetizes it for you, and that's something that nobody can really say no to. I would not be surprised if you've already heard of this ICO. Their token sale has been going on for a while, since December 11th for their pre-sale and March 1st, I think, for their main sale. And they've gotten good coverage on reviews by such as like ICO Bench or Track ICO rating. You can see off to the right here, 4.9. I believe right now it's currently at 4.8 stars on ICO Bench, and still has the perfect 5.0 on Track ICO. So it's probably a good idea to head over and check out each of those reviews. Just want to let you know that I have not been over there. When I'm making my videos, I try to come up with my own ideas and come to my own conclusions. But real briefly, their progress, back off to the left here, they've hit their soft cap of $3 million. They're one of the top 5 active ICOs rated by ICO Bench, and they've got a lot of token contributors and have raised a lot of money. So they should definitely have the funding to be able to accomplish a lot of their goals. And last thing to hit on from their homepage here, you'll notice in the bottom right hand corner, share and get your tokens for free. That is their whole product, their whole business model, and we'll talk more about that later, but they're just proving the point here on their homepage. They're incorporating it. They're incorporating their minimum viable product, their working product that they have. And off to the bottom left, you'll see all the different social media channels that they support with their multi-sharing button feature. So it's just like the share buttons on a lot of different websites, except for the fact that it's one click. So it's one click to be able to post out to a variety of social media sites. And that's actually maybe a little more complicated than you think, because sharing a post on Facebook is totally different formatting than sharing something on Pinterest. As for how it works, they have it broken down both for sites and for users, and both parties get involved, and both should be excited to see how this technology will be benefiting them. So as for sites, the admin, the builder of the website, will be able to implement the code for the multi-sharing button and drop it right into their website. They have like a WordSpace plugin. I'm sure it'll be integrated with Squarespace and all those building websites to make it really simple, actually. The Sharpay multi-sharing buttons will be free to integrate into your website. We'll talk about how they'll monetize it in just a bit, but hopefully then your conversions and traffic go way up due to a much more efficient or effective form of sharing on social media. Traffic improves, and then they'll be needing to be compensated in the Sharpay tokens. So you're buying the tokens from Sharpay to be able to compensate or reward those people who are really driving a lot of traffic. And for the users, they keep it beautifully simple. That's important. See interesting content, share that content, get paid for visits, and go on to Sharpay.io and withdraw, kind of cash out these tokens for cash. I like it. I like how simple it is. A lot of users can definitely easily get on board with this and start using it. Sharpay's timeline and roadmap is one of my favorite things because, as you'll see in the beginning stages, they were working on a project to do this multi-sharing button, and they've been working on it and kind of perfecting it since 2012, they claim, and filed for patents and everything. And only in 2016 did they begin the adaptation of the project to the blockchain and improving on this concept and optimizing it via the blockchain. So I really like to see this because I feel like a couple projects out there kind of went blockchain first and then thought of just something that they could bring on blockchain, but this is the proper way to do it instead. Sharpay's way of having a really good idea, a really perfected product, really strong product that is optimized by the blockchain. I like this way the most. As for distribution of the tokens, it's all pretty standard, but off to the right, why we need a blockchain? This is actually a really important question that sometimes even myself forget to ask of a certain ICO about why is the blockchain the best way to do this. Sometimes I get kind of caught up and there's maybe a simpler way or a better way without utilizing blockchain technology, but they discuss why it's important to them and how it'll really improve things. The token sale is based on Ethereum ERC20 standards, and then they're actually going to be launching their independent decentralized blockchain. It's going to be a fork off of BitShares with a POS, I guess, point of sale basis focus. And the reason they cite for this independent blockchain is they'd like to increase throughput and reduce commissions, kind of keep everything in-house, if you will. And a reminder note down at the bottom, the income from the blockchain is not just for the users, but also for the sites who have installed the sharing buttons. And now this is where it gets interesting, their buyback tokens program. This is really important, and this is what's going to make the whole project go around, because they're going to have a set price that they can buy back the tokens at. It'll take 90% of their proceeds to be able to do this, but it's important. And it just has a couple different benefits and reasons to be able to do it. First off, in my mind, it kind of sets a bit of a floor, in a sense, on the price of the token. So it can certainly go well above that, but at least they'll always be buying it back at a certain price. But then I wonder, so it says that their buyback price is 0.00003 Ethereum. What if Ethereum goes really up in value, but technically maybe if Sharpay tokens stay at a similar value, then will they still be buying it back at that price? Maybe even a higher price than like what it's on the exchanges for. So I'm sure they're going to adjust that accordingly. But if it stays at that price, it'd be interesting, an interesting thought for like arbitrage. And of course, we've got to take a look at the team. So we've got some heavy hitters up here for the advisors, and then the team down below looks equally capable, lots of good experience with a lot of different projects, and from all over the world, really. There's some Russia, UK, Germany, so I think a perfectly capable team to tackle this. And it shows because their minimum viable product, some of the things that they've already put out there are, perfectly capable, are very good. This is the main thing that I wanted to hit on from here. So it's kind of a competition market analysis. And it looks like only one other is working on the new multi-sharing technology. And nobody else really is able to incorporate this sharing with a profit, passing on the profits to the users and to the sites. So they're doing really well with this. And one fun note, interesting note, impressive note is that this here was acquired by Oracle in 2016 for $200 million. So that seems like a perfectly decent exit strategy. Finally, at the end here, some of my own unique thoughts that came to me as I was going through things. I was wondering about how the sites are going to be accountable for the payouts. It looked like that they could kind of customize it for some targeted audience and can pay more for certain click-throughs and adjust that. But I wonder what's kind of going to keep them accountable for buying these Sharpay tokens from Sharpay to be able to pay out for these clicks. And then also, we just talked about the buyback thing, how it would be a little bit interesting if the values, if one value goes up a lot or the other goes down, how that 0.00003 Ethereum kind of works out, as if it's kind of like a par value for the stock where they can't sell any tokens at less than that par value. I guess that's what it would be. So they would never sell a token at less than that figure, that buyback figure, but then what if it ends up on the exchange at some point for a little bit less than that? I don't know. Interesting. Something to think about. And then just one thing I wanted to mention, which is really good. I love how Sharpay is going to be able to monetize these things, something that somebody already does about sharing, because I'm just sometimes surprised to see how many people are doing things kind of for free in a sense on these social media sites, something that can really be worth a good amount, but it's just hard to do it in such micro payments. But now the blockchain definitely allows that by being able for just, even if it was just one share that drove one of your friends to the site and they bought something, normally that'd be hard to be compensated for, but this will allow that, and that's something that I really like. And I hope Sharpay will be able to get a lot of companies on board purchasing their tokens to use their tokens as the main currency for this economy of micro marketing. But I wonder if some of the companies are going to want to use some of their own product or their own kind of gift cards and keep it, again, kind of that in-house of, instead of paying them in Sharpay tokens, they might want to just pay them in some bonus, some credit to use on their site, and they keep the cost down that way. So that's something to think about. But of course, Sharpay is only going to allow their tokens on the blockchain and everything with their service. So that's how they'll keep it on the Sharpay tokens, using the Sharpay tokens. Leave comments down below, of course, as always, about your thoughts about this project or other projects similar to it, something that you're keeping your eye on. Any other ideas on how this multi-share button can be implemented and how Sharpay is implementing it. And lastly, very important, guys, if you enjoyed this review, if you learned something out of it, please consider using my referral link if you decide to get involved and participate. It also gets you 5 extra bonus percent on any investment on any tokens that you purchase. So on top of this 30% bonus that's going on right now, another 5% if you're able to use my referral link right down in the description below. It'd mean a lot to me. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.